to Legend Cycling Podcast. With me here I have Matt Barlow, and then I have my father here, Dole Smith, and of course I'm your host, Alex Smith. My dad has been gracious in being our SAG support guy, and he's been doing a wonderful job at it. I really appreciate him being out here with us in Iowa. And then Matt and me are back here returning and doing our second round with RAGBRAI. And then Charlie's in there asleep. He sustained a little injury, so he's going to sleep that off, see how he does, and he's going to go for a century tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll do we're looking at doing the century with the gravel option. We did a little 4-mile segment of gravel.
Yeah. Is it only 4 miles?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And we apologize in advance. We have like 4 generators within 100-foot vicinity of us, and there's nothing quiet about camping out here in town.
Yeah. We're across the street from the elementary school, and the parking lot's right next to the football field and the track. And they've got the parking lot all set up for RVs and campers.
Man, I bet if you were to count how many people are between here and those porta potties, it's at least 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
on the other side of the street is the main RAGBRAI campground by the high school. And
oh yeah, that too. So we're in the heart of it right down here. We picked a good spot. No grass though.
No grass for pitching a tent.
Yeah. Oh well. We've slept on worse. At least the ground's level today.
We're sitting right next to a fence with a beautiful, beautiful green field, and about a 10-foot tall fence.
What does this say? Greener pastures?
Yeah, the grass definitely is greener on the other side of that fence, but it's just quite a hike to get there.
Right. So, well, Dad, what do you think about the trip so far?
Having a good time.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of the trips to Kansas that we'd take whenever we go bird hunting. He's been kind of just the guy that hangs out at camp and then waits for everybody to get back. It's not a bad place to be. Yeah. So, did you see anything interesting today, Matt?
Yeah. So, I'm sure at this point, if Alex can figure out how to put a picture in words.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. The first town we stopped at, they had a flamingo fundraiser where they were having this ridiculous dress-up thing for having your picture with the flamingos, and Charlie and I got pictures with the flamingos.
I laughed so hard at that whenever y'all sent that to me. I sent it to Ed, or showed it to him whenever I got back to camp today.
I think Charlie is holding a pink umbrella, wearing a small white hat, and I have pink fuzzy ears, and we both have pink boas on. With a sign for the town, and sitting. I think Charlie's sitting in a chair. It is magnificent.
Yeah, it says "Welcome to Paradise" on the sign that Charlie's holding.
Yeah,
but what is that? A rattan seat? Or yeah, it's a white rattan stool.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah. Then I guess Charlie was pretty hyped about the tractors a while ago. Over there in the halfway point town. What was that? Brown Park?
Brown Park.
Yeah.
So this was the first year that RAGBRAI's ever gone to Minnesota. Traditionally, the ride across Iowa only stays in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they went like 3 or 4 miles across the border.
Yeah.
But they had some really cool tractors set out. Some, a lot of stuff we don't see down in Northwest Arkansas.
I've seen one sprayer in Northwest Arkansas, and it was delivered to Northwest Arkansas by accident. It was supposed to go down to South Arkansas. It was a chain of stores that they owned, and we were the northernmost store, and that was the southernmost store, and they somehow got that mixed up. So It's not my first time seeing a sprayer, but it was definitely interesting to get around and walk around one again. They've come a long way. That from 10 years ago, whenever I was in the industry, they've changed a few things, but it might also be a fence, because those were New Holland that we dealt with, and
Yeah, and the ones we saw were Fendt.
yeah, fence. I've never seen a Fendt tractor in person. That was exciting.
Yeah, it was really interesting. So it was a tracked one, and you could see, man, they put a lot of weight low down on that.
Oh yeah, no, it was loaded down to the gills. It also, did you see that it could widen the track base?
I don't know if it was a pretty big tractor. I don't know if it was. I would not have noticed that.
Yeah, things you notice.
But yeah, the sprayer was huge. I mean, you could have walked underneath it. You could walk under it.
Yeah. Well, how tall are you? 6'2"?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Ian and Matt both had walked under that thing with ease.
Yeah. It's funny. A bird had made a nest in the sprayer.
Mm-hmm.
Little baby birds sticking their heads out.
Yeah. Every time you'd get up there, they'd be poking out a little bit further. That was fun. Managed to do some bike fishing today, and I caught 4 bluegills a while ago. I'll show you a picture of them here.
Well, they're bigger than your usual catch.
No, they're about the same size. They're tiny.
Yeah.
You know, that was the smallest one I caught.
Yeah. They're about 4 inches, 5 inches long, maybe.
Yeah. They'd fit in the palm of my hand. But, you know, for we're talking numbers here. I think I'm down to like $10 a fish right now.
Oh, from your fishing license?
Yeah, from the fishing license. The out-of-state fishing license was $40, and you know, remember I was telling you about the guy yesterday. So a little bit of background information, right? There was a article written in the Register about a guy who came from South Carolina to go fishing. I've seen that guy about 6 times today, and not a single time did he have a pole in his hand.
Yeah.
So we'll see who outfished who. I want to check up with them.
Yeah. There's it definitely makes Alex's bike a lot more distinctive, seeing the fishing pole sticking out.
Yeah, you guys have spotted me from like 300 yards with that thing because of that bright yellow color I've got on it. That's been handy. I'm glad I put that on there because I've kept from whacking people in the face with that.
Oh yeah. I mean, just the rod itself is easy to miss.
Yeah, it's a cherry wood, and it's real dark red, and it's hard to see. I have a hard time seeing it. Ever since I put that cover on it, though, I haven't whacked anything with it. I haven't whacked any tree limbs on accident. You know, it's easier to judge distances with that on there, so that's been helpful. At some point, I'm gonna rig up a radio antenna onto that cover. Get a little bit more gain. Man. So today was 42 miles or so?
Yeah, 42 miles.
Yesterday was 71.
Yeah, it was.
I think I ended up doing about 75 yesterday.
Yeah, I think I did a few more than that.
Well, we parked on the other side of town. We didn't park very close to the main campground.
Yeah, and I went back at the first town because I found a better breakfast burrito.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like there's like the interesting thing with RAGBRAI is you're basically going through a carnival, and you have the regular vendors, and they travel with the whole kit and caboodle, the whole week, and you'll see them over and over and over again, and then you'll see the locals, the folks that are coming in out of town, and they'll have stuff set up, and a lot of times those are better deals, and a lot of times those are also really good.
What was the name of that town we stopped in yesterday? The midway town? Hartley. Thank you, Dad. The sandwich we got at the general store, Man,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, that was real good.
So we got a 6-inch sandwich sub with I had turkey on mine with cheese, some mayo, and some mustard, and was like a
Powerade.
16-ounce Powerade or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was $5, and I was like, man, I think that's the best deal we've had all week so far.
Yeah.
Then they had that bubble deal there, and I was wearing pants, and I shouldn't have been wearing pants. So it was good because yesterday was abnormally cold.
Was pleasant.
It was cold. I've been used to 100-degree days in no air, so getting out in the 66-degree weather with a breeze was chilling me out.
Yeah.
But what was it, about 2:00? The sun came out, and it was beating down on everybody. I got a little warm towards the end of it, but that was all right.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be warm.
Yeah, I want to be ready for that.
Yeah.
Hopefully this overcast crap quits because it sucked today.
Yeah, this year is pretty interesting because the RAGBRAI paired up with Epic Ride, the weather folks, and that I've never seen that before, but they've got a really nice website detailing what the weather's going to be doing over the span of your ride. And so like tomorrow, it was interesting because you see like 10 to 14 mile an hour wind, gusting to 20, 28.
Oh God.
But it's going to be a crosswind.
Okay, so
that's
still pretty bad.
So it's not going to cut down your forward progress too bad, but it might run you into the to the person next to you.
Well, I won't be able to ride without my handlebars. I like to be able to ride without my handlebars every once in a while, so I don't get fatigued my hands and have my arms go numb. I was doing a lot of that today. I caught that Peloton there at the last 7 miles into town.
Yeah.
And they were hoofing it. They started at about 12, and then they picked up to about 18, and I was chasing them and trying not to slingshot too bad, or what is it, a yo-yo, or
yeah, pogo.
Yeah,
pogo, yo-yo, whatever you want to.
Anyway, I was on the struggle bus, and that was a much needed assist.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's I mean, today at the second half, we were pretty much going into the wind, so that kind of puts a drag on you.
Absolutely. The wind was pretty rough yesterday too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were pretty much half of the time we were going due east, and the wind was coming out of the east, about 10-15 miles an hour. So that cuts down your speed
significantly,
or you're gonna blow up way too early.
Yeah. They're at the end. Oh, it was about, I think we had like 10 miles to go, and the Red Bull guys were out there, and that guy, he waved one at me, and I nodded at him, and he locked in, and I was like, give it to me.
Yeah, man, I saw those, and they were at RAGBRAI when we went last time too.
I never saw him the last time we went.
It was leaving Des Moines.
Okay. Well,
but I saw him too, and I was like, hell yeah, hit me.
Yeah. I went over there. I saw them. They were down here at the Casey's. There's a Casey's everywhere in Iowa, but the local Casey's to us right now is about a block down the road. But they were over there on the corner handing out Red Bull, so we went in there to the Casey's. I bought some tea because I was craving some tea. Used the restroom real quick, and you got the pro tip, like every time you walk into an air conditioned building, use the restroom there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can pick your battles with the restrooms most of the time.
To be fair though, I gotta hand it to the guys out here that are working for these porta potty companies. They're out there in force cleaning these things regularly, because I saw them pass by twice since I got here. I got here about 1 o'clock, and I've seen them pass by twice today. So they're on top of the porta potties.
Oh yeah, man. That's like there are so many porta potties, and they're all in pretty good condition.
Yeah.
It's there's lines, but they move pretty fast because there's like a ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. But anyway, back to the Casey story. The Red Bull guys are over there. I was telling that guy, I was like, "Thank you for being out there. That saved my butt."
Nice.
He's like, "Man, we're going to try to do the same thing tomorrow." I was like, I'll be looking for you."
Yeah.
I'm going to get a video of it this time and do an edit of it later, because it'd be funny.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's really cool seeing them out there and handing it to you like you're on a
Tour de France.
Like you're on a tour, and you're getting your water bottle from
your
the
team.
Going 20 miles an hour down the road. Here.
Yeah, no, I slowed down a little bit. I didn't hit him at full. I was probably doing about 10 or 12 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But I think he had a bit of practice handing those out, because he was
Just
looking.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had to get over it, because there was like a few people that were like, "What's a Red Bull?" And
goodness.
I was trying to get. It's like, no, we want to be over.
Yeah.
I think so. Best town advertisement.
Maysville.
May City.
May City.
The May City mosquitoes. I think the first sign for May City I saw in the breakfast town, and it said 50 miles to May City.
Yeah, I think they had advertising about at least every 5 miles.
And then when you got into the county that May City was in, it was like every 200 yards or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
with all the facts about May City. And the thing they're the most proud of is they have a fire department. Because May City is a town of 42 people.
You know, if they have 5 people on their fire department, that's over 10% of the population.
Well, and we saw people. I had the same thought. There were volunteers from May City. There were 5 of them standing there by the entrance, and it's like, wow, that's a lot of this.
That's a good portion of the population there. Oh man,
they also had like one of the best things I've had yet, food wise, which was a bacon wrapped pork tenderloin on a stick.
Had I known those were $5, I would have probably stayed in there and got one of them.
And for $5, that's the best meat popsicle I've seen. Yeah. No. It was really good.
Yeah, I don't feel as gouged by the vendors this time around, but I also know what to look for this time around, and that's been really helpful to I think this is the most expensive. We've been here 3 days, and this is the most expensive day I had.
Yeah,
I've spent like $50. It's not terrible, but it's a hell of a lot better than spending $100 a day on food. But me and Dad, we cooked out the last 2 nights, and that's helping my wallet a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, like a lot of the vendors and a lot of the food trucks in the downtown area can be kind of pricey, but man,
the local guys are where it's at.
Especially like if they're off the beaten path a little bit, then you don't.
Those are the pleasant surprises.
Yeah.
I was really tempted to stop in at that Buffalo stand. They had buffalo burgers, buffalo jerky, buffalo meat sticks, the whole nine. Hell, they even had buffalo T-shirts. But it was just off the beaten path on a little gravel road, and there was probably 500 people standing there, and I was like, "This is gonna be a pain in the butt to get in and to get out." And I didn't see any pricing, so I was kind of leery.
Yeah, Buffalo can be kind of pricey.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, like that's kind of the thing, though. It's like you've got to, like for RAGBRAI, you see, I I swear, the whole state should be sold out of Magnum Sharpies. But instead, they use like the fine point on a lot of the signs so that you can only read them like when you're right up on them and see what's going on.
Well, I was very miffed at the first stop this morning. Like I was borderline pissed about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The those guys so what happened? There was, what was the name of the pancake thing?
Chris Cakes.
Chris Cakes. Wonderful. Yeah, pretty good deal. You get unlimited pancakes for $13. So that included
sausage.
Sausage.
Pancake and sausage.
Pancake
and maple
sausage.
syrup and coffee or Tang.
The Tang was good. Tang reminded me of some like Tropicana, or not Tropicana. What is that? Tampico from Mexico. Anyway, these guys were out there and they were set up right in front of the line for Chris Cakes. So I got confused and I handed him $8 and I was like, oh, unlimited pancakes, $8. And they handed me a Bloody Mary and I'm like, what the hell is this? It's like, this is your Bloody Mary. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm having a Bloody Mary at like 10 o'clock. Or what was it, like 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 8:30 in the morning and we're already selling hard alcohol. So,
well, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
I had to let my liver catch up from last night because we drank pretty hard last night.
Yeah. I mean, it's you got to be careful with drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, it will impact your ability to exert yourself and
the 2 sips of that vermouth tasting vodka. Yeah, that's why I didn't finish that thing. It tasted like vermouth. It was like some spearmint vodka or something. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's I'm not a Bloody Mary fan.
Mistakes were made,
but he did end up with the pancakes and the sausage.
Yeah, that was the important part. I had
and they'd so like their setup's really cool though too, because they've got like a machine
that automaker was cool.
So they've got this really wide griddle, probably 20 feet long, and they've got a little gantry that goes across it, drops down 4 pancakes worth of syrup batter at a time, and they just do squirt, move, squirt, move, squirt, and then they can lay down half of their griddle, 10-foot of griddle, in like 20 seconds.
Let's say they're probably chucking out 100 pancakes a minute out of that thing. With ease.
Yeah,
and probably by the time it was down to the end, those panned out. So it was a pretty. I've never seen anything like it, and I've cooked on some weird implements, but that takes the cake.
Yeah, I think they had 2 chefs working it, and 2 chefs working it non-stop, pretty much. And then when you wanted more for your unlimited pancakes, they'd take them on the spatula and throw them at you.
Oh, homeboy didn't throw them at me. He handed me the pancakes respectfully. I must have been hungry looking because.
I caught both of my extra pancakes, but I only got 2 more. So
yeah.
The lady had nicely stacked up a few pancakes for me, and it said, "Oh, I want to catch him." And it's like the guy looked at me and like, "Why?" Just flipped him across. It's like, all right, yeah. I'm good.
Well, I think he'd had some practice because there's probably about 15 of them on the ground there in front of him.
His issue was like when people were really far away, and it hit the tent.
Well,
like you had to arc it so high that it hit the tent lip.
Well, they may have not been standing close enough. He's probably just chucking them at them and they're hoping that they would catch them. But I saw people catch those, and that was pretty impressive to watch.
Yeah, that's fun.
Absolutely.
He's got good aim.
Well, he was doing a little flick deal, and they just kind of float over to you.
Yeah.
You would think they'd tumble, but I guess that little bit of flick just kind of made them twist a little bit so that they'd fly like a frisbee.
Clearly, the recipe is optimized for throwing.
Yeah. They were tender though, you know.
It was good. I was very happy with. They were pancakes.
Yeah. Well, I overheard him saying that, and he said he's been doing it for 20 years. So it's like, I imagine he's got a lot of practice at it.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing with pancake breakfast is that I've always noticed is like I did a couple of those when I was in the FFA, but it's like you gotta watch who you let stir the batter, because if you overstir that batter, those glutens get really chewy, and then you have terrible pancakes. But those are absolutely fluffy, tender, and ready, just perfect. Could not have that. They've got it dialed in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh man, wind's picking up. It's been windy here I don't remember it being this windy back in 2023. Do you? I remember there being a little bit of wind, but not like eat your lunch money every day kind of wind.
Yeah, and the wind's coming. Yeah, about my paper. The wind's coming from weird directions too. So.
It's backwards of what it's supposed to be, because it's supposed to be giving us a tailwind, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That was the plan. That's not the actual utilization there.
Well, yeah, coming out of going north to Minnesota, we had a nice tailwind.
Yeah, there was a nice little tailwind there. I noticed everybody's picking up the pace and getting with it.
Yeah, it was going 20 miles an hour, and it wasn't pushing at all.
I think the fastest I went today was about 18. That was when I was with that Peloton. I was about in the 5th space on that, and I was right where I needed to be to, like, you know, get pulled along and not have to exert myself a whole lot. But like I said, those every time I come to those last 10 miles, it's always a struggle bus. And then yesterday, Charlie and Matt caught up to me over there about 5 miles into the town before we got to town. Yeah. And we saw this hill, and I was like, it was the biggest hill we had all day, and I was thinking to myself, if we don't bomb this and go all the way up, I'm gonna have to walk this, and I'm gonna feel really bad about having to walk a hill at RAGBRAI, especially coming from Arkansas.
Yeah,
it's like we got big hills, but the hills here are a little bit different animal. They're just long and sweeping, it seems like. And I don't know why it feels so much harder, because you can see the end. It's not like the hills that never end in Arkansas that come around curves and you climb for 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah, and they're not even that. They're not like super steep, but they take a chunk out of your progress.
Yeah,
you really got to dig in.
Well, I think it's a mind game, because like you're going, and it's like you cover so much ground so quickly out here. It's like it's unreal how fast you go. I remember I looked down at my watch for the first time in the morning, and I'd already put in 4 miles for the day, and I was like, oh wow, I'm already 10% of the way done.
Yeah. Although today is really short.
Yeah, today is really short. But, you know, every time you'd look down at your computer or your watch, you know, you're so far along, and it's like, oh, wow, this is going by quick.
Yeah. I mean, it was really good. I was looking to see, and I think I did 27 going down some of those hills, head north.
I got up to about 22 going behind that ambulance yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
We tried to draft the ambulance. I thought about it, and then Charlie and Matt were about 50 feet ahead of me, and that ambulance went around Matt, and Matt went on and caught it, and I was like, are you kidding me? So
I did. I mean, he says caught it. I did not catch the ambulance enough to draft it.
I caught it to draft it. I rode behind it for at least a mile.
but a lot of the car traffic goes really, really slow, just out of caution, because I mean, you'll have riders taking up the entire 2-lane road, and it's really nice. But there'll still be people, you'll still have cars coming in opposite directions, and so it's really funny because you'll yell car up, and the people going in the opposite lane will have to get over because there's a car coming.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
completely different from how you do it back home when car up means watch out, don't go too wide.
yeah, there's some etiquette. There's a lot of etiquette here that's very unique to this ride.
Yeah.
And the bike on and bike off thing is helpful.
Yeah.
I could take it or leave it on the pointing stuff. As long as you're not swaying super hard, that should be a fairly given. But like, I don't know. I see a lot of people out here that are.
It's like blinkers.
Yeah.
And you go anywhere you go, there'll be people who don't use their blinkers, and the more inexperienced people don't signal, or people who aren't used to riding with a group, they don't understand the importance of it. I mean, just putting a bunch of mirrors on your bike doesn't mean you're automatically safer.
No.
Or you got to look at them. And
well, I don't know. I think that some people don't have high situational awareness, and and some people do, and some people are aware that they don't have high situational awareness, so they like to point and help.
yeah.
So it's. I like I said, I could take it or leave it on that part. It's not terrible.
I think when I'm doing it, I like it because I think it helps frame the interaction with other people, because I think because like it makes it a little bit clear when you need to merge over, like when you see free homemade pickles on a small sign. It's a small sign. You see free homemade pickles and it's like, yes, I want that now. There are 4 bikes between me and the side of the road I need to be on.
Yeah.
I'm going there.
Yeah. Now, to that point, if I'm cutting across like 4, like you can fit 4 bikes side by side on the road on one lane. If I'm cutting across a whole road lane across 4 people, I'll probably signal. But it's like if I've got 5 feet on somebody's left, I ain't going to signal. I'm just going to go around them and
Yeah.
Or
yeah, I'm finding I'm spending a lot of time on the left side, but
surprisingly I am too, and I'm not that fast of a rider.
No.
But,
I mean, I feel like I'm passing most riders, and like I want to be clear, I'm not riding really fast. I think my average speed today was 13 miles an hour. My moving
I didn't
average
even
was
check mine.
13 miles an hour, and I passed most people while on the road. Obviously, when you stop.
Yeah. Well, I know I wasn't going as fast because I didn't burn near as many calories as I did yesterday. You and Charlie about wore me out yesterday.
Yeah, I mean it's you got to be careful. I mean it's day 1 of a 7-day event, and it's like today, like I feel great right now.
That shower helped a lot. I feel a lot better after taking a shower today.
Yeah, it's good. I think the first time I went to RAGBRAI, that was a surprise that I was going to really benefit from that.
Yeah.
And here it's been really nice being able to find good shower facilities.
That's the one thing that's been very consistent. It's like we've been very close to the high schools or the community buildings the last couple of rounds, and that's helped out a lot. I've not had to worry about that. I didn't take a shower yesterday. I probably should have taken a shower yesterday. I was kind of crusty. I was getting a little salty, but c'est la vie.
Yeah, but it's also nice because it's like you don't bed down on your bedding with all the sweat and the sunscreen, and like for me, the sweat and sunscreen and bugs and stuff. So
Yeah, It's okay.
Yeah.
That first night over there in Orange City, about midnight, I was okay for a while, and then about midnight, it started getting cold, and I woke up and I was shivering.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
I had to throw that blanket on.
Yeah, Orange City was funny camping because it stormed. So we got a thunderstorm roll through. We think we weathered that in the camper. And then I think the rainbird showers came in at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
The sprinklers all came on. It occurs to me that when you see a beautifully manicured green lawn,
Like the one behind us.
that it does not magically become that way. There may be a periodic system that makes it wet every morning.
Is it me, or like everybody's lawn impeccable around here? Like I haven't seen a really bad lawn like you do in Arkansas.
I think a lot of it's the soil. I think they've also had a lot of good rain lately.
Yeah.
But like if you look at the dirt here, it's just like black topsoil. It is this rich looking soil compared to what we have in Northwest Arkansas, which is clay fortified with rocks.
Yeah. Well, you know how I know they have good soil here?
There's farming.
Well, not besides that. I haven't seen a single house made out of flagstone here.
Yeah. well, there was that when we were going by the lake, there was
that stone cottage.
Yeah.
But that's not naturally occurring rock here. That was all like that was probably trucked in from somewhere. Because like all the granite here is kind of like this reddish purple color. Have you noticed that?
No, I haven't seen a whole lot of.
Like if you look at the chunks here, there's like SB2 in this chip and seal, but there's also like purple granite in there. And we don't have purple granite back in Arkansas. It's kind of neat to see that it's just everywhere here. Me and Dad were walking over across a parking lot over there in Orange City. It's nothing but just golf ball sized chunks of purple granite. It's like, somebody would have paid an arm and a leg for that in Arkansas to make granite countertops out of.
Yeah.
But the things you see whenever you're not at home.
Oh yeah.
What's the weirdest bike you saw today?
I saw. So I didn't see the weirdest bike. I saw the coolest bike.
Okay.
All right. So it was a tandem.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an old man and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like mad tinkers, and so like it was a Franken bike.
I saw that.
You saw that?
Yeah.
And
I talked to that guy last time we were here. He does this every year, but I think the generator's new.
So what he was saying was imagine a tandem that has a random fork, a 90s Y-frame like metal mountain bike front, another random bike frame behind it, all of that on top of like this square channel on the bottom that's hiding something. And then you notice something weird. They're not pedaling at the same speed. They're not synced up. And then you see one of them stop pedaling and it's fine. And then you see one of them pedal backwards and it's fine. And that's really cool. The dude engineered the crap out of that drive system so that you don't have this tug of war with the tandem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he loses some power doing that, but
that's what the generator was for.
He also seemed kind of happy, so I imagine it helps with a lot of stuff. They had a trailer behind them with the generator. I don't think the generator was running.
I think he
but maybe they used it to charge a battery or something.
Yeah, well, the last time I saw him, he didn't have that little trailer and the little generator on it. But it's been 2 years. I do remember like the channel, because he's upgraded the channel. It's a little sleeker than the last iteration that I remember seeing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a picture of it, which I almost crashed getting, which is great.
Makes for a good story.
Makes for a great story as long as you live to talk about it. I think there are. I'm looking at the picture now. I think there are 3 separate bikes plus parts in that tandem. And yeah, it was really cool. No welding. He said, I forgot why he said he didn't weld. But
I think it's the modularity of it, because see the mountain bike pieces that he used are completely different than the ones I think this frame was on the front last time I saw it. So it's gone through some iterations,
but yeah, he's totally junkyard diving that bike. So that's
no, he ain't junkyard. That's junkyard wars, my guy.
Yeah, I mean that was the coolest bike that I saw.
You want to see mine?
Sure.
I don't even know what you call that.
Oh, a quad tandem.
Is that what they're called?
I guess.
So it's a tandem bicycle, and instead of just 2 seats, there are 4 seats on that thing. And what was really cool is they had a trailer with extra parts.
Yeah, I bet.
I could only imagine the need for that trailer, and everything on it was written in blood of some sort. Because could you imagine going down on a bicycle? I mean, it's bad enough going down by yourself.
Yeah.
But if you take 4 people, or if you take 3 other people along with you,
yeah,
that.
Yeah, you gotta be in a habit of making good biking decisions.
Right, and the wheels are, they're not as big as I would think they are. I saw a fat bike tandem today. Mm-hmm. And that makes a lot of sense, because those are, you can carry a lot of. This is a big dude. The guy was, he wasn't as tall as I am. He was a little thicker. Mm-hmm. He had been every bit of 250, and then his wife was on the back. She wasn't as big he was, but still not a small person. So you're probably almost 450, maybe 500 pounds total.
Oh yeah.
And plus their clothes, their gear. They both had water packs on. They had water bottles in their frame, but they're riding on that fat bike, and that fat bike makes a lot of sense as far as because of the weight that you're carrying there. But this quad tandem was they might have been 1.9, maybe a 2-inch tire on there, and that seems awful small for 4+ people.
Yeah.
Especially if they're trying to put some power down, and every pedal stroke is compressing those tires down to nothing.
So, but yeah, it was a really good day today. Yesterday was a really good day. We've been just having a blast. We had the gravel, so they've been interspersing gravel.
Yeah, the gravel.
They called today a easy gravel day, and I think I'd agree with that. It was really hard packed, maybe light, small rocks on top.
It was a lot of granite. Because it's not like the SB2 that we're used to back home, which is white. Dad, what is that called? Is that limestone that they use for the gravel roads back home?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was the rocks they had were really small. Mm-hmm. It was all there weren't a lot of them, so you weren't sinking in it.
Yeah.
And it was really hard packed. So
yeah, no, that was great. That was hard packed.
I think I'd agree that that's easy gravel. It rolled basically like a regular road.
Mm-hmm. There wasn't a lot of ruts in it either.
I mean,
I was expecting tractor ruts and stuff. I guess they've been out there and graded it within the last week or so. Had to have.
I know day one, they had the gravel route out of May City closed because there was flooding.
Hmm. Yeah. Well,
So
it rained pretty hard the first night.
Yeah.
And then didn't it rained a little bit last night, but not too much. Oh, yeah. I know. We've been at this for 45 minutes. We're having too much fun.
we're having a lot of fun. But I've got a century coming up in the morning, and I've I gotta get some shut eye here.
I gotta survive 140 miles over the next 2 days. That's 10% of what I've ridden in the last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's I've been keeping up with the riding, so I still feel good. I've got probably the best bike for what we've faced so far.
Yeah.
So I'm not suffering like Alex or Charlie, because I've got a road bike. Ish.
I don't know. I have yet to find anything that I find as comfortable as that A-wall. That
I get it.
yeah.
But like also it's I've got a pretty good road based setup. Not a perfect one, but it'll do.
Well, I'm definitely gonna bump up my tire pressure tomorrow and see if that helps me glide a little smoother. I'll probably bump it up to about. I usually keep about 35. I'll probably bump it up to 50 tomorrow, and if it beats me to death, I'll go back down to 35.
Yeah, I've been enjoying a nice plush ride at 40 pounds.
Yeah.
There, I got 35 millimeter tires, so that's pretty good.
It's like a little more than half what I'm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But yeah, I joked a couple of years ago that I had deep tread tires, and I think I was running Continental Gator skins. And if you've seen Continental Gator skins, you know that the tread is a laser engraved pattern on on the side of them. So, you don't need at least for the stuff we've seen, you don't need knobby tires for it.
no, it's been pretty tame for the most part.
But they've also been really good about saying what they think the hard gravel is.
Yeah. Is there any hard sections?
Day 7 is supposed to have a hard section.
Is day 7 also like 70 plus miles?
It may be.
I'll see how I feel when I get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked too far ahead to see.
Yeah, I'm trying to remain pleasantly surprised by stuff, because I don't like to obsess about the details because it will psych you out.
Well, you got to be flexible, and,
right.
And it's like enjoying RAGBRAI is this weird combination of being flexible and impulsive.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, we will catch y'all later. We're going to bed.